This is the season of the COVID Grinch. Also, when you hear that holiday music, Martian, you might have to ask Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote a musical about the first Secretary of Treasury Hamilton, to write another musical about the first woman Secretary of the Treasury Yellen.
Don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. Don't talk to. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jay, you sound like Uncle.
Oh, do I really? I had him over the last weekend. We were going over some plans. all engineering stuff, mathematical shit. He was helping me like turn my computer on and off. I got this whole new system up, and the only thing I could think about is like, who in Siraj's family that I can call up to come and fix this that won't blow me up?
The answer is no one.
No.
I'm sorry. Welcome, Habibis. Welcome back. Thanksgiving. Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Mujahed Kobbe.
And this is Habibi Power Hour. And tonight is a very special night. It is the Listaversary. It is the year today, exactly today, year came to be. And for those who are familiar, the list, and you all are familiar, it's the power ranking of people who need those taken away. It originally started as what I call the PPR. I'm going to share the screen right here because this is how it originally started to look like. It was George K, who gave me the original. Well, he didn't give me any. He was tweeting and dunking on his wife as a reason to think this man needs his phone taken away, and it sort of basically spawned from there. I think I might have it in the quotes. The tweet that was posted as a screenshot. I don't know. Here we go. This is the
first
tweet
one.
So this is from
the tweet that started it all.
This is the tweet that all. And you're not. Don't worry. The banner at them is not cutting anything off. It actually ends at where Kellyanne's tweet ends on the screen, where she said, "Watch, Sleepy Joe is Creepy Joe. Ukraine's defeat this guy." And George Conway is saying, "Your boss apparently thought so." This obviously is around the impeachment proceedings of Trump and everything that happened from there. And some people asked, "Is this how the list? How is the first list if you have rankings the previous day?" I wanted to act constantly ongoing because everyone was like, "Please take Trump's phone from him," and it never happened. And so I just had him start at number one on previous list that existed. So there you go. So that's the quick story of how the list began. Of course, I made the list for the very first every month until I held a poll in which people, the Habibis, thought that I was picking up the spot from someone who was probably more deserving, and so I became the first candidate. Had their Z read up in the rafters. I'm the inductee into the list of fame, and so
Habibi,
with that, what's
Habibi,
up?
I'm laughing at some of these comments because for some reason your mic is still popping in and out.
Oh,
yeah.
I really.
And same thing with your video.
I don't know how to explain it. If I should go on, this is all haram.
This is very haram. I think your uncle should have passed by your place instead. Oh my God, Nate Beebe, come on. Absolutely beautiful. That's so wonderful.
How am I sounding now?
So you're sounding better now. I mean, last time when you were using your plug-in headphones, you were sounding
No,
like it
not
wasn't.
last, not last week.
No, the week before that, it wasn't cutting at all. Now it's sounding perfect. Count 1 to
I just
69.
unplugged it and plugged it back in. What did everybody miss? They probably missed everything, right?
Oh, from the very beginning, it was missed
Jesus.
on on how the
This is why I hate uploading it into a podcast afterwards, because people who come back and listen to this have absolutely no idea what's happening.
zero clue. Well, we could just let them know.
0%.
Essentially 100%.
All right, I'm gonna start again. All right. For those who couldn't understand or couldn't hear, George Conway, you all saw his tweet. He was basically the inspiration for the list. And I was on the list for the very first month, every day until I held up the poll and the Habibis decided that I was taking a spot away from a more deserving candidate. So as a result, I had the first jersey retired in the rafters, part of the list of fame. And as a result, we now, with 1 year gone in the list, entering season 2, we are going to have a list of fame special on Friday as we compile the list for this week. But
are you going to be doing like a top 69?
Well, no, we're going to have a top 69 of all the horrible tweets at the end of the year. But the list of fame is really the particular list candidates who will have their jerseys retired in the rafters, because they will be assumed like essentially 100% always on the list. Let me get
No, I like that.
They'll always be number 1 on the list, and or not number 1, but they'll be a given on the list. So
right,
if people were wondering, that's what's happening. So that's going to be on Friday. Still figuring out the time. I'll put in the schedule, and that'll be on Twitch. And obviously, you can see the ticker at the bottom. You can find both the Twitch channels for both me and Jay, and find that and follow us both. Anyways, how you doing? How's your Thanksgiving?
it was great, actually. Went down, had it with
What, you
my
went
girlfriend.
down on who? The turkey?
Well, I was going to say Fuzzy's mom, but we all know that's not true. No, that was yesterday. No, Thanksgiving, I went down to Pam's, my girlfriend's parents' place, and we just had it, us 4. Usually we have it with a little bit more people, but they didn't want to come over. And then after that, I went over to my brother's place and met the new puppies. And
new puppies?
Yeah, new puppies.
Oh,
Odin and Diesel. Yeah, they're both pit mixes. Odin is more of a pit mix, so he's mixed within different pit species. And then Diesel is a pit / I think shepherd mix or something like that. So they're gonna be medium to big size dogs. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a bigger house out in the next to the lake, so we can have them running around and stuff. So it's gonna be really good.
Good.
I'm really excited. Yeah,
Good.
This is the first time we've ever really owned dogs. Usually I'm a cat person, and Fuzzy's mom knows how well I go down on pussy and ass. So that's usually the reason why I'm always having cats. How was yours? What'd you guys do? Did you?
It was good. It was low key. Because I'm basically with the in-laws. And we just kept it here. It was chill. Jay, do you have any pics of the puppies on your Twitter?
No, just the one that I fleet. But they have they're set up on they're set up on Instagram.
Okay.
Let me
Well, that
get
doesn't
it
no
up.
good. Well, let's see if
I
we can get
can't-
on your Instagram.
I can't. You still don't have me here where I can comment or actually do anything on the comment section.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
It's so funny. So I'll put it on here.
Okay. Good. You're putting it and you're dropping it in the YouTube replies.
And no, I'm putting it in our private chat because you
Oh,
still
so
don't
I
have
can, I
me.
can pull it
I
up.
can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. So that's it. You should be able to find it like that.
Okay. Let me log. I cleared cookies basically entirely on my computer, so I need to like log back into my Instagram. Which
I'm trying.
I'm gonna
I'm
try it.
telling
Give me
you,
a sec.
you need to get a PC. You need to
Inshallah.
get a PC. Get a really good 2070 or a 2080 or above graphics card, and you can do i7 or above, and you'll be fine. It's exactly.
Well,
what you need.
i7's a piece of shit, so
No, Macs are a piece of shit.
wow. Why do you hurt me?
I say this as I use an iMac here, and I use my PC here.
All right. Hold on. Make sure I get this. 1 second. All right. We are getting there right now. Hold on. Not now. God damn it.
What happened?
Basically Boomer Central all day.
Well, you have to get off of Pornhub before you screen share.
I'm sorry. Anyways, here
There we are.
Odin and Diesel.
So
Look how precious
Odin,
they are.
They really are. Odin is the red nose, and
Go ahead
Diesel
and,
is sleeping right behind him.
Get the banner down. Look at them. Look at them. Adorbs. Let's see what the video is. Wow.
It's just before they started eating.
God, they're just too cute.
Right? Look at him. No, I like Odin because Odin.
Which one's Odin? The brown one?
Yeah, the like the one that looks more like a pit. Diesel is more brown. So Odin, his paws are outgrowing him a little bit. So every time he's like walking around, he's trying to find his balance and stuff, and it's hilarious watching him. You could just like nudge him a little bit, and he just falls.
So which one's wearing the tan suit here?
So that's Diesel.
Diesel, okay. It's a strong name. Tan Diesel right there.
Tanned Diesel.
Oh, wow.
They're precious.
We'll take an earn break shortly, but anyways, want to get right into the news because it has been a crazy return back to, I guess, what is considered normal, which is basically everyone is losing their fucking mind. Today, Trump released a 46-minute videotaped speech that denounced a rigged election and was let's basically saying he was what am I saying here? I'm actually from the New York, which I don't know which I should do because it was hilarious how like they immediately. I watched the speech too. I watched it just to like make sure there was nothing new in it. And by and large, there was nothing new in it.
Right.
It was basically everything that was detailed over the last month, which, by the way, tomorrow, December 3rd, will mark 1 month since the presidential election. Add 9 more days to that. It will be, December 13th. It'll be 69 days since the 2020 election. Don't worry, I got that covered.
Nice. Dude, I bet the tweet's already
it's already scheduled.
It's ready to go.
Already scheduled.
12 a.m. Like you'll still be asleep and it's already gone.
It'll be like it's been 69 days, 69 hours, and 69 minutes since the presidential election. But yeah, it was Trump, he was marketing this as like, this is the most important speech I've ever given. And like, it's just, it's not. I mean, for one, obviously it wasn't a press conference. It was just, pre-recorded. He made obviously he was making a bunch of different claims in those 46 minutes. I'm not going to get into every single one of them, but basically talking about all the voting irregularities, the signature verifications, the fact that people who like came up to a lot of these polling stations asking to vote and being turned away, he really hones in on these things. And the one thing that really stuck out to me was in Wisconsin, he puts he basically, this is the only time he brings up a visual. And he literally looks like Karl Rove on Fox News, bringing up like a boomer whiteboard and saying, "You see, this is actually what the point I was trying to make." That's a very bad Karl Rove impression, but Trump is basically pointing to a particular spike in Wisconsin at 3:42 in the morning on November 4th, basically the morning after the election, saying that this is a huge voter dump, and that means fraud because they all basically virtually all of them went to Biden and not him. Mind you, so far of all the voter fraud cases, I think I think the Trump legal team is like 1 in 39. Not a great record at all. I think the one win that they did.
I mean, when you have like people like Rudy on your team and fucking the Kraken.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. That's the fucking A team right there. How the fuck are they losing? I don't get it. It's all, everyone's in the deep state. Everyone's in on it. Even Rudy.
The thing is, and this is interesting,
he's acting this way because he's part of the deep state.
Yeah. Attorney General William Barr, in an Associated Press report, he said in an interview that the Department of Justice, quote, "To date, we have not seen fraud on a scale that could have affected a different outcome election," end quote. So you already know that Barr is, and I regret to inform you, canceled.
Goodbye, Barr. I mean, he was the one who was going to. It's funny because it goes in two directions. You had the diehard Trumpists and Trumpers really praising Barr as like this great AG who's not going to back down on anybody on blah 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 blah. And now you have them like literally saying that he's part of the deep state.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. It's so hilarious watching this happen. And then you have it on the other side where people were saying that Barr was going to be the bringer of the Trump dictatorship and rig the election and all this kind of stuff, start flipping their narrative on Barr as well. It's so funny how fast these things happen, how fast these people switch. I mean, there's a video of, what's his name? Sebastian Sorga? What's his name? The really big-headed fucking guy that looks like a Marvel villain.
Say that again.
Sebastian. Is his name Sebastian something? What is his name? He's got like a really big head. He's like from one of the.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I just want to hear
you know who I'm talking about, right? Hold on.
Say this. Say that.
Hold on.
It's right there on the screen.
Hold on. Here we go. Oh yeah, his name is MODOK. That Marvel Google MODOK, the supervillain, Marvel supervillain. He looks exactly like MODOK, like exactly. And it's Sebastian Dickface. That's his last name. Sebastian Dickface.
What's his name? MODOK?
MODOK, MODOK. I'm serious. It looks exactly like him.
Right there. Modoc.
It's 100%.
Essentially.
That essentially looks like Sebastian, whatever his name is.
You can say his
Gorka.
last name. Gorka. There you go. There you go. Real quick, I got my math wrong. So I thought, I keep thinking that like a month holds 60 days and just like an hour holds 60 minutes. But no, I gotta wait till January to post any 69 days since the election meme. In that case, I didn't have any. This is
why we never went into the engineering and doctor route that our parents really wanted us to do.
You see, this is exactly where Siraj did not go to medical school. Anyways,
that was fantastic.
So what's his name? Barr is part of the deep state. The legal team is, I feel like I don't know if it's a matter of like them not making a strong enough case, or if it's, like everything is like rigged against them, but like they're not. Every allegation of fraud that they've made so far in public has not really been made in like the actual courts.
Right. All their claims have not been like they haven't released anything, let alone the fucking Kraken. I mean, not one piece of real evidence that they've been saying of voter fraud has been presented in court. And the funny thing is like when you see your lawyer sweat the hair dye off of his face, you're going to jail. That's what's happening. You're gonna go to jail.
I wouldn't say you're not going to jail, but like the level of success and like is not. It's the bar is it's going to be a huge thing. So
there's no confidence in it. Zero confidence.
I mean, the thing is, and I've seen like tweets from people being like, "Did Biden win? Yeah. Did he win fair and square? Obviously, no. But we conservatives have to like swallow, basically like accept that and move on. Like now is the time. If you actually believe that Biden didn't win fair and square, and there is a way to prove that, is like there is a justifiable way to try to prove that. It's just I think that was Will Chamberlain of Human Events who posted that. That was weird. It was a weird, illogical tweet. I like put him on the list, honorable mention for that, because that was just that was a weird one. Anyways, but you have Trump going on Maria Bartiromo's Sunday Morning Futures on Fox News and basically trashing Georgia Governor Brian Kemp as well as Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, because obviously they think they ran a pretty good election, and basically every Trump supporter doesn't think so. And then you have hearings going on in Michigan and Arizona, and then they had them in Pennsylvania, and it was just they haven't gone anywhere. And the window's closing. There's only 13 days left until the Electoral College votes for the president of the United States. If you remember in 2016, following Trump's shocking victory over Hillary Clinton, that there was like talk on Chris Hayes' show on MSNBC with Michael Moore of all people, talking about how they need to convince electors to vote their conscience and vote for Hillary Clinton to not reward Trump. And I think it was like mainly a push. I think it was like a split between, two electors voted who were assigned to Hillary Clinton voted for someone who wasn't Hillary Clinton, and two electors who assigned to Trump voted for someone who wasn't Trump. So that worked well like a charm. And I feel it's going to work well.
But what's funny here is we get to watch. My favorite thing about this kind of stuff, when these things happen, we get to watch these people who made these arguments of saying, don't vote for him if you are an electoral voter, don't vote for Trump, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And those same people like Chris Hayes and all this kind of stuff, just completely shitting on people who are making the same kind of argument for Trump.
Yeah.
It's just weird. Hilarious seeing this huge flip. Down. It is. And it's hard to find people who are going to give you unbiased and objective news or narratives or anything of that matter in cable news. And these people are the king of grifting are people like Lou Dobbs, Chris Hayes, and fucking Rachel Maddows and shit. They know how to do it. They've made millions off of it. Mm-hmm. And we're just fucking stupid people who follow it and watch their shows and shit.
It sounds like I'm still skipping.
Just a little bit. Not as bad as in the beginning.
This is why
I really wish.
Huh?
I really wish I got you this mic when I ordered it as well.
Yeah, I'll get it. I say I'll get it, and I never get it because I'm a lazy sack of shit.
That's okay. You're white.
That's true too.
But where do you see this going? I mean, I know you were hesitant in the beginning, like when the election first was over, a couple of weeks afterwards, and saying, "Do you see? There's no way Trump can come out of anywhere. Everything's been exhausted."
No, well, it's not been exhausted. There are still a few more cases that they're trying to iron out, but it's a very slim chance. I say maybe like 1 out of 1,000 chance that Trump would come out victorious. It's the thing is, like, I saw a tweet from Scott Adams, and I want to pull this up because this was one of those things that did make the list because of how dumb it was. And give me a second as I pull that up.
Oh, Scott Adams, isn't he
he's the creator of Dilbert,
right?
The cartoon. So let me pull this up. I'm pulling this up on my Patreon so you guys can see exactly what's going on. Let's go ahead and add that. So this is the tweet right here. It says, extraordinary claims demand extraordinary proof. Democrats make the extraordinary claim that despite sky-high motivation and plenty of opportunity, they did not try to steal the election. Anything is possible, but I need extraordinary proof to believe it. And the reason he made the top 10 is because he is putting the onus on Democrats to prove that they did not commit fraud. But they haven't presented the evidence that's conclusive enough to meet the allegations that they're making. It's like saying, Jay, you committed murder, and I know you committed murder. I just need to find the evidence to find out that you did murder. And you can profess innocence all you want, but then here I come saying, well, you have to prove to me that you didn't commit murder. Like there's no possible way you could do that because, you know, there are times obviously where you don't have like an alibi, or you don't have somebody who can vouch for you. It's just like that level of stupidity that gets you in on like really unserious people like Scott Adams here. So,
right. And he's been as an unserious person for quite a while.
Well, yeah, he blocked me because I put him on the list for saying he wanted everyone to get COVID away just to get it over with.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Shit. Man,
anyways, by the way, on top of all the list stuff that we're planning on doing at the end of the year, we got a couple of other things that we got going on. So in addition to the list of fame, which we'll do this week, in the coming weeks, we'll be doing an end of the year. So a look back on the worst tweets of the year. And we'll probably do a tournament to determine which tweet was the worst of 2020. And then the all-decade list. The all-decade list is looking at the worst tweets of the decade and how consequential they were, because there were a lot of them. And just to give you an idea.
But we didn't go through 10 years.
What? When?
It's not a decade, right? It's 4 years.
No, I'm talking about the last decade.
You're gonna go all the way back 10 years.
All the way back from 2011 to the beginning of 2021.
Hell yeah.
So,
that's gonna be good.
yeah. So yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Because take for example, I'll give you a great example. Anthony, he was a former congressman and became a mayoral candidate. He was married to Huma Abedin. I'm not sure if they're still married, but Huma Abedin, obviously Huma Abedin is the one of the advisors of Hillary Clinton and was helping her on her 2016 presidential campaign. And there's a great argument to be made that Anthony Weiner should have had his phone taken away back in 2011 when he had that whole fracas of tweeting out photos of his junk
Yeah.
and then saying he got hacked, because without that, you probably don't have, the Comey letter being sent to the Senate Judiciary Committee. That was like an inadvertent October surprise that helped Trump win. So that's a very big list worthy moment. So, but also Weiner is just, terrible human being. Anyways,
100%. Absolutely.
essentially.
Oh shit. LB is asking if I've ever made the list. I don't have
You made it
so.
very early on. I was looking at it. And
Do
sometime
you
in
have
December.
a screenshot? Because it's probably one of my. Is it Branson Taylor? No.
No, it's not Branson Taylor. I'll check it right now. But the next thing I want to highlight, let me just log in here because it got bumped off. The Biden transition team. There's been a lot of news about that. I think the biggest news that come out this week is that Center for American Progress President Neera Tanden has been nominated to serve as Biden's director of the Office of Management and Budget. And I wrote a column about it this week on Roka News, in which basically I highlight how, if Tanden, who, by the way, has a very stellar record online for calling everyone Nazis and incels like me. She has just a very stellar record with the progressive left and shits on all of them, particularly Bernie Sanders and his supporters, and is basically just universally disliked, hated. And I don't think she'll pass Senate confirmation. But what's interesting is that she scrubbed all of her tweets from about Susan Collins, because Susan Collins is obviously
she was one of the worst ones that went after her.
Yeah, she scrubbed all her Susan Collins tweets, and it's like the Streisand effect. She just ended up drawing more attention to it as a result. So yeah, I mean, thinking of how the game is right now, and I had actually pulled up a whole slew of media articles. Just look at this shit. You have CNN saying Neera Tanden is being treated unfairly. Tom Cotton's dumb attack on a Biden nominee hints at the future of Trumpism from the Washington Post.
And it's a Washington Post, for fuck's sake. These newsrooms are completely overrun by these dipshit fucking new age.
Yeah, but you can tell
bitches.
How they're already running cover for her because they
hard.
Any attack on her or any attack on any of Biden's nominees has to do with their immutable traits, like they're a woman or they're a person of color
or they're brown or gay or a black amputee Muslim or a fucking. It's fucking hilarious because if a Trump nominee farted in high school, they went after it and they blasted that shit. And the best thing about this is that the people who are rushing to defend her in the media, journalists and all, know what a piece of shit person she is. They know what a piece of shit person she is. She is the most complained about person amongst all of them. But of course, they have to, suck it up, suck dick, and then defend her and shill for her because she's a Democratic nominee for a Democratic admin.
Mm-hmm.
Like they give it away so hard, and it's a shit on publications like Washington Post or the New York Times because they just keep on showing us what they really are. They're no better than fucking the Daily Beast or MSNBC.
Yeah, Neera Tanden, I think, was like a regular on MSNBC. So kind of goes to show you that she is it's actually funny, you hear about all these stories about people who are like supposedly have like reputations for being nice and stuff like that. Neera Tanden doesn't have any kind of reputation like that.
Nope.
But I mean, like you saw people like Ellen DeGeneres just in this last year. Her entire reputation went in the flames as someone who puts their image out as someone who's like really, really nice, and then like behind the scenes is like really, really nasty at everyone. So you see it happen all the time. It's very predictable. And
no, it is. And I forget somebody mentioned it. I forget who mentioned it about her not being a good person. That like if she was only just a nice person, she wouldn't be facing as much opposition as she's going to face getting into it. But the thing is that the way this team of expert lawyers like Powell and CJ and some other these fucks have been riling against the Georgia Senate races for whatever the fuck reason. It's like one of the seats is already in trouble. I'm not sure about the other one, but one of them has a good chance to lose it.
I think what's going to happen there is that I don't think it's going to be a situation where they split. I think it's actually a very small chance of that happening. I think if one falls, they both fall.
Right.
But which are you thinking? Because there's Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. You think one of them is more in trouble?
I think who's running against Left Ear?
What did you say?
Is her name Left Ear? It's not Left Ear.
Kelly Left Ear.
Yeah, Left Ear.
Kelly
Left Ear.
Yeah, Left
Ear. Kelly Left Ear. Her
Kelly
name is Left Ear.
No, it's Loeffler.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I thought it was Left Ear.
It's okay.
I think she's the one who might be in trouble, and how they were attacking the Georgia AG as well, and then you had Trump attacking the Georgia governor. It's all just really, really a shot in their own fucking foot, and I think it's going to cost them. I really do. It's stupid as fuck, and it's going to cost them.
Yeah. Pause for just a moment because I have this is the list that you made. You're number 5.
Click. Oh shit, Kobe Malik.
Yeah.
What was Kobe Malik? I forget which one that one was.
Let's
was
go
2019.
You made it.
Does it even come out?
Look at that.
No, it doesn't even show. It doesn't even show the picture.
I know.
That's not fair. It should show the picture at least.
R.I.P. in peace. Anyways, you made it on December 26th as well. Look, you're at number 10, and then you went up to number 5.
I wonder what the tweet was for.
Oh, I don't remember. Let's find out. Let's see if you stay on the list.
No, I don't think so. I think I made it all the way to number 5.
Yeah, you made it to number 5. And I even updated it too. So you made it past the update. Let's see if you made it here. No,
I didn't make it past the update. I was gone.
But have you made it as Branson Taylor? I'd say the answer is no.
No, I did not make it as Branson Taylor. Even though I've had some very list-worthy tweets, they have not outbeaten the people you've put on the list, unfortunately.
Yeah, so because it's now about weekly performance, not about daily performance.
Right.
What are you gonna do? Anyways,
man.
you You mentioned as we were preparing for the show, there was an interview that Biden did with the New York Times. Tell us a little bit more about that. What exactly did what was your main takeaway?
I forget who he had it with. It was one of the opinion.
I'm finding out right.
Hold on.
With Tom Friedman.
There you go. Yes, Tom Friedman. The other
Trump is for 4 more years. Here's what Joe Biden had to say about the future in our view. And this is what I gather from Joe Biden basically every single time he talks. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Zero. There's nothing of value that comes out of it. He never really brings up anything, any real anything. The main takeaways I took from it, though, is that how desperate he is to get back in with Iran, and also how he's going to send forget his name, Birkin. Thank you. To go and suck China's dick. No, not Tony Birkin. His Secretary of State.
Birkin.
No,
Blinken.
Is Birkin. Well, how do you say it?
It's Blinken. Tony Blinken.
Okay. Tony Blinken. I was close. I was fucking close.
I was starting to sound like you.
I'm getting better. But anyways, he was talking about how he's going to send Blinken to go suck X's dick so he can become a little bit better, have a little bit better relations with China, especially after all of the shit that's been going on, the genocide that they're currently going through with them, and also with COVID as well, with the Uyghur Muslims, and then also with COVID, and how there's not going to be any consequence whatsoever towards this shit. And I know for a fact that when Biden gets in and he wants to make good with Iran and do all of these different kind of things, that he's going to shit on everything that's been happening within the Middle East. How honestly, I think the way that, I mean, the Trump admin has a lot of faults for sure, but one thing that they didn't fault was the Middle East foreign policy that they had. And I think it was really going to force people's hands into doing more of the right thing, like Saudi Arabia coming into it. I mean, now you can have Israeli flights going over Saudi Arabian airspace. You had a prime minister of Israel set foot in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like, come the fuck on. This is type of shit that I never thought would happen. I thought in my lifetime that we were going to go out and have the what's it called? The end of days war with all the Jews and all this kind of shit. Not actually having them set foot in Saudi soil, having signature signings with Bahrain and Kuwait and all that kind of stuff. Like this is like big shit.
Yeah, foreign policy is going to be really.
It's really going to be shit. Reading that article and that interview really did not give me any confidence on what's going to be happening with foreign policy next year. Yeah. Just like with Obama, they're going to bow to these people like Russia, bow to people like China, bow to people like Iran. The worst of them.
Yeah. Wonder Kimmy, thank you. Wonder Kimmy says, happy Listaversary, Habibis. Trump farewell list idea for January. Trump's top 5 to 10 funniest or most entertaining tweets during his presidency. Not a bad idea.
That's a good one. I like that idea.
But let's see. There are a couple stories that are really weird. First of which, and I didn't include, but because we were talking about China, CNN did a report on the coronavirus pandemic and China's handling of it, and it almost came like way too late, because their literal headline is China's mishandling of the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm trying to finish it off right here. And then why is it not showing me the actual headline? It literally just says the Wuhan files. Leaked documents reveal China's mishandling of the early stages of COVID-19. Like, this is published on Tuesday, December 1st or November 30th. And I was like, well, yeah, fucking duh. Like we all knew this, the CDC mishandling COVID and basically lied to the World Health Organization and then the rest of the world. And I think there's also a very strong case to be made that while there was one particular tweet that didn't make the list, but that tweet from the World Health Organization from back in January, if you recall, basically showing that they were like, scientists have shown that COVID cannot be transmitted from human to human. And we're like, oh, great. And then everybody just got it. So there's that. But there's another story, and this is kind of interesting because I don't know how else to describe it, but it's all surrounding basically a pardon mystery.
Oh yeah. This is a good one. The guessing game.
It is a huge guessing game. It's not talking about like a preemptive pardon, but it is specifically someone who has I mean, you heard the story. It was like someone who was trying to like put in like a bribe or some shit
to get pardoned.
To get a pardon. It was like a pay for play pardon.
Yes.
Let me look this up. And everyone's like saying like could be Ghislaine Maxwell. I think it's Khalid Sheikh Mohammed because
it's Ghislaine.
If it's Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the guy who basically planned 9/11, I can't think of a better way to end such a shit year as 2020 by pardoning the guy who literally planned out 9/11.
I highly doubt that that's what it's going to be. I think it could be Ghislaine, but then of course you have like all of these.
Some people are saying Joe Exotic.
That would be
this
funny.
This is the Reuters article. Let me see. Let me show you. Let me read it off here. So
but it's fueled.
Huh?
No, I was going to say it's fueled a lot of like left-wing porn that they think like it's going to be there. He wants to pardon his sons, then pardon Jared, and then pardon Ivanka, and pardon all of his family, and all this kind of bullshit.
But what did he pardon them for?
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing. It's they're so fucking. They're fucked in the head, man. They thought Putin walked in and started hacking the machines for the fucking voting thing. So it's insane.
Thinks it's Manafort. Steve thinks it's
so.
Bill Cosby. Exotic. Could be any number.
It could be. Bill Cosby would be hilarious. Yeah. Holy shit. That would be so bad.
I'm going to call from the wife. I'll be right. Give me a second.
No worries. I'll read some of your guys' tweets. Am I coming in okay? Like I paid his uncle like a nice premium to come in and hardwire everything. Oh man, Prison Mitch, that would be absolutely fantastic. If I was pardoned and I could always come back, that would be good. For people to actually realize who John McAfee is. I am drinking White Claw. I finished my Knob Creek and I finished my my Buffalo Trace before the show, so I need to begin it. And my background is obscured because I'm using this new program from NVIDIA that actually focuses more on me and does the same thing with my mic. It takes away all the sounds. And mutes them for me.
Okay, I'm back. Should I go get Ern? It's 49 past.
Get him. Go get Ern.
I was going to get him earlier, but let's do it. Be right back.
Do it. Oh, Dan, thank you for noticing. I got this nice snuggly hoodie from our HabibiBros.us. If you guys haven't been on there already, we had a really nice Black Friday that went on. So that went really well. But we're constantly going to be bringing up new new merch coming soon, and some limited edition ones. There's one that you can get right now. It's limited edition. It's for a month. You can get the Habibi Bros logo with the Habibi Squad on the back for right now. Well, it's coming. LB, you're going to be getting. And no, the doggos aren't with me. I don't have them here. They're over at the house over at the lake with my brother and my nephew.
Here he is. The man, the myth, the legend, the urn. What's happening, buddy?
You got it, Wonder Kimmy. I will. I'm actually looking into getting long sleeves and also sweaters into our website as well.
Here we go.
So those things are coming. There's Mr. Ern.
It's the Listaversary.
Listaversary.
So,
no, that's working good.
Also, very quick shout out to all the Habibis who got our merch. Really appreciate it. It's kind of wild to think that Jay and I have sort of built this thing that we got going on here that you guys have been supporting, and we really appreciate all of your support. And hope in the months and weeks and years to come, we'll just keep growing and expand the Habibi movement with you guys, of course, as the original.
Absolutely. And
Habibi
to be honest,
Prison
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Prison Mitch brought up a really good, he made a really nice meme as well. And if you're not following him, you got to be. But Habibi Con 2021 sounds like a really nice idea.
Yeah, we got to do it. It's got to happen.
I'm there. I mean, once if everything opens up and we're good to go and vaccines, everybody gets vaccinated, and we can do it. And
because let's be honest, if you guys get vaccinated and the vaccination does not get chip, don't worry, the government will track you once you attend Habibi Con.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the only way we can actually do it is if we provide the list of the people that were there to the FBI ourselves.
Exactly.
And there's going to be a what's it called? A dress code. All women in
niqabs and
teal. Yeah, no. I was going to say in teal. What's it called? Jasmine bikini tops, and in burqa, see-through burqas.
Oh man, I feel like you're living out your fantasy.
Oh, for sure. LB has to come in with purple toenail polish.
Purple toenail polish.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for all the feet pics, right?
Oh yes.
Okay, so what is it that we haven't discussed yet? Let me pull up our rundown here. I can't get to my computer because I got the urn right here. This has been a very weird story, and this is surrounding this you guys are probably familiar with Jen Psaki. Are you familiar with Jen Psaki?
Yes, the commie.
Let's go ahead and
the pink commie hat wearing commie.
So I want to start off with this. This is a fact check from the USA Today, in which they say,
"Oh my God!"
Fact check the claim: a photo shows Jen Psaki, Joe Biden's pick for press secretary, wearing a hammer and sickle hat while posing with officials from Russia. Our ruling missing context. All right, so this is literally the claim. It's a photo showing her wearing a hammer and sickle hat while posing with officials from Russia. Let's go to the actual fucking photo. There is Sergei Kislyak, who is the foreign minister of the Russian Federation, and there's Jen Psaki. And if you zoom in on that fucking photo, I can't get in, but you could literally see the hammer and sickle right on the front of her hat. There is zero miscontext, and you can already tell based on how garbage publications like USA Today are handling this, that this is the theme of the next 4 years, is that journalist publications that are trying to say that they're going to hold officials' feet to the fire and punch up and speak truth to the power are really just coddling to them instead. And this is the result, is this fucking piece of shit article from the USA Today. And they did it again with Lori Lightfoot. I need to find that shit right now. But
not just Lori Lightfoot. They did it with the claim of all Democrats who are not following their fucking guidelines that they set on other people.
Here it is. It says the claim: several Democratic politicians are urging social distancing and issuing stay-at-home advisories while hosting or attending gatherings themselves. R-rating, missing context. There is no missing context. The only people missing context is fucking USA Today. They just completely are pretending like we don't know any better, and
it's insulting.
They're lying to our faces.
It's so fucking insulting, and it's a great example of what's to come in the coming years. In the coming years under the Biden admin, we're going to see people just go to sleep. They're not going to give a fuck. They're not going to hold any of these people accountable. If these were any Republican people, we would be calling for their rightfully calling for the resignations. If they were calling for people to sacrifice their livelihoods, to close down their businesses, to not put their kids in school, to put irreparable damage to their psyche, all of this shit, while they can't even sacrifice a fucking dinner. They can't sacrifice not seeing their friends. They can't sacrifice a trip to fucking Cabo. Like, fuck every one of these people.
Yeah.
Do not comply with any of their fucking rulings, with any of their guidelines, with any of their fucking what's it called? With anything. Don't comply with any of these fucks. None of them. If you're in California, if you're in Chicago, if you're in fucking Michigan, if you're over in Seattle, if you're in fucking Austin, Texas, don't comply with these motherfuckers. Do not sacrifice the food you're going to be able to put on your family's plates for these pieces of fucking garbage. Keep yourselves open, push through it. Just do what you want to do. Do not comply with these fucks. May they all go to fucking hell. They're such garbage. They all have to resign. Every one of them. And any of the activists and any of these people who are not doing anything to say that these people need to resign, when they go and whine about a Republican who says that he loves Jesus, or who has a Bible verse in his fucking back, in the back of his room, need to go fuck themselves and just burn. I swear to God, they need to put gasoline over themselves and just get the fuck out of here. That's what needs to happen. I mean, I'm sick and tired of these shits. They're trying to shame every one of these people who are trying to keep themselves open to feed their families, and that they're killing the grandma and grandpa and all this stuff when they don't even do anything themselves. It's fucking shit. It's so shit. It's disgusting. They need to be hung for their fucking shit.
Well,
that's what needs to happen.
Hung
guillotines for all.
Right?
Huh?
Hung as in like they have a big penis, right?
Hung as in like we need to start a French Revolution for these fucking people.
That's what gets us canceled, Jay. God damn it, Jay. We had such a good run.
Just resign. Go vote these fucks out and resign and call for their resignation, because these people need to understand.
Let's not kill anyone.
There's no consequence for these people.
Anyone.
It's shit. It's so shit. There's no consequence for them whatsoever.
Jay,
I mean, you have people coming up to shame a person in a wheelchair for going to a historical site, calling him a Nazi and all this kind of shit, when they can't even say what these people are doing is wrong. That you have this Austin, Texas mayor going over to fucking Cabo. That you have all this kind of stuff. You don't have these articles coming out against them like this. You don't have anything coming out to try to attack their character or any of that. You just have like, oh, he went to dinner, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
bullshit. None of like all of these people are full of shit. Every one of these people that I follow on Twitter that are whining about people going for Thanksgiving dinner are full of shit. Every journalist, every fucking blue check, every fucking celebrity, every one of these people are just full of fucking shit if they're not calling for these people to resign. Every one of them.
No, I know they're shit, and I agree with you. I just, I just stopped short of like calling for a French Revolution and asking for everyone with a guillotine.
Okay, not guillotined. We don't need to do that, but we can
I mean, you're already
go eat their mother's asses.
You're already wearing a terrorist headdress. You're just making it hard for yourself. I mean, Jesus.
And I'm wearing terrorist letters too.
Everybody. I'm gonna read this comment anyways, even though it's like way past the moment. But not Steve saying R rating. Why would Ron DeSantis do this? Oh my god!
Amazing, absolutely amazing. And they're whining about fucking what's her name going and hunting.
Yeah, like tar and feather. Okay, so like tar and feather, that is perfectly fine. But yeah, but it continues. It only gets worse. You got right here the San Francisco mayor, London Breed, she joined the socialized dinner at the French Laundry restaurant, the same restaurant that Gavin Newsom was caught at a birthday party, literally the next night after Newsom. So this, I don't exactly know. This was what, November 7th. And the story on Newsom came out maybe like a week or so later. So now Breed is the next one in line, but it's just like, it goes even beyond that, because now you have, what's it called? I just had the story up. You had, what's his name? You had Louisiana Democratic Governor John Bel Edwards being spotted in a photograph, socializing maskless and in close contact with others at the Baton Rouge Country Club in mid-November, just before enacting stricter COVID-19 lockdowns for the state. I mean, that's unmistakably John Bel Edwards. So absolute it's just garbage. Nonstop hypocrisy, and it's amazing. There's something about the San Jose mayor. Let's find out what happened in San Jose.
Do it. But as you're finding it, like a good example of this is Wedget making a comment of South Dakota governor going hunting by herself with a minimal group, while he's there's no tweet on his Twitter feed about Gavin Newsom, about the Austin mayor, about the San Francisco mayor, about any one of these people, but a Republican woman going out hunting. Oh my God, it scared some shitless. He's a little fucking bitch.
So this is the San Jose mayor. He had health protocols during holiday celebration. Sam Liccardo said he spent Thanksgiving at his parents' home, only skirting health guidelines that urged the public not to gather with people outside their household. And also San Jose, I believe, was in I don't know if it's Santa Clara County, but Santa Clara County just announced in the last week that all contact sports, like collegiate and professional, can't take place. So the San Francisco 49ers can't play their 2 home games in the next 3 weeks because of this COVID-19 restriction. Let's see, I think it's right here. Somewhere around here. Anyways, you get the idea. It's all fucking It's all fucking crazy. I didn't even hear what the Austin mayor did. I'm about to find out. But then you had Michael B. Hancock saying that he was going to be, he's the mayor of Denver. He actually made number 1 on the list last week because he said that he was actually traveling for Thanksgiving, despite urging all of his residents to basically not do anything for Thanksgiving. And Stephen Adler, the mayor of Austin, went on vacation to Mexico with his family in November, as he urged people to stay home and worsening coronavirus cases.
That was just so good. That was so good because I think The Simpsons.
So at one recording a video during the trip in which he told residents back home that now is not the time to relax. God fucking damn. These people are so awful. And like, look, Jay, I know you rail against people in the media all the time. And I know I can't rail as hard as you can because I know a lot of them and I have to interact with them. So anything I can say will probably be held against me. But fuck every single Democratic mayor and governor and politician who pushes for these very strict guidelines only to not adhere to them. Fuck all of you.
Fuck them
Pieces
all.
of shit.
Seriously.
I mean, I swear to God, look, I go about my life. I wear a mask when I go into a store, but I see people, like I see friends from time to time, and we sometimes go to restaurants and shit. We go, we try to keep social distance. Doesn't always work, but I'm never going to tell you how to live. That's the difference. Like people are confused by my politics because, and I think I made this like, I don't know if it was like last week or something like that. I had one of my followers saying, Siraj, your politics confused me so much. And then one of the Habibis like responded. And I think they said that like being pro liberty doesn't like take a side. And like that is like if you were to summarize exactly how I feel about certain things in politics, if you boil it down, I'm pro liberty. Just live your fucking lives. I don't give a shit. As long as you're not harming anyone, do whatever the fuck you want. And I extend that over to people like Elliot Page, who formerly known as Ellen Page, came out as trans this week. And you know what? I don't have an opinion on it. You want to know why? Because Elliot Page can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Exactly.
Transition. Right. I don't care. As long as you're happy and not harming anyone, I'm okay with it.
No, that's totally fine.
It's just amazing how all these Democratic mayors and governors say shit, kill their communities, their cities, and their states with all these ridiculously restrictive COVID guidelines, and then say, you know what, I'm above it. I'm not going to adhere to it. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Like that is actually harming people, because while you may be doing whatever you want, you are suppressing the rest of your constituents from doing whatever they want. And that's harmful. And that I don't fuck with at all.
Right. And that was beautifully said, because that's 100% correct. Essentially. One of the most heartbreaking things that I saw, and it was, I think, the only place that was actually running a report on it was, I think it was either Daily Caller or Fox, where they were going around LA restaurants talking to the restaurant owners about closing down again before Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is like one of the biggest years for restaurants. Like they were ramping up to make sure that they're going to make up for all their losses and stuff. Right. But it was really heartfelt and it was hard to watch, because you had these people coming up and saying, like, what are we going to tell our kids? What are we going to tell people that work for us? What are we going to tell people that, look, go have a great Thanksgiving, but you don't have a job when you come back? Yeah. Like, what are we supposed to do now? And all this kind of stuff. Well, this fuck went and had dinner at the French Laundry, and then the San Francisco mayor had her lunch there too. Like, none of these people are really. They think that they are better than us. They think they're better than the people that they are supposed to be looking after and doing what's best for them. I mean, if you're not going to showcase the easiest thing you can do is like sacrifice, set an example to try and do what's right. I mean, this is why I'm so into saying, like, fuck them. Don't listen to anything that they have to say. Like, make sure you're safe in your restaurant and all this kind of stuff, but don't sacrifice yourself if they're not even willing to forego a fucking dinner going out. I mean, if it was me, if I was the mayor or governor saying that you have to close everything, I wouldn't be doing anything unless it is a Zoom meeting in my fucking underwear. I'm not kidding. I don't wear underwear. And just at home. Every picture you see of me, every video you see of me, every single thing is just me in my room. That's it. If I was going to call for restrictions and stuff, but I'm not. And the people, and you just see them go harder on Kemp and DeSantis and and the other ones who are not calling for heavy restrictions than they are the hypocrites who don't even follow them.
Yeah, like Christian
I'd rather
Noem
be
and Brian
under
Kemp, and
DeSantis than a fucking Newsom.
it's just amazing.
100%.
I mean, and we talked about this a lot because, and you tweeted about it a lot, is how the same people who are violating all the COVID restrictions, but previously we're talking about imposing all these very strict protocol on their people, on their constituents. Like we're early in the summer, just encouraging people to go out and protest because, of course, racism is a public health crisis. And, you know, public health officials completely undermine their own credibility. I said it from the get-go. As soon as you saw like people posting articles that saying, what should we do in the middle of, you know, a crisis like this, a social unrest during a pandemic, and people were saying basically go and, oh, sorry.
Did you just throw him off of you?
I didn't throw him off of me, but my foot did tap him.
Did you just kick your dog? Do it. Say it. Say it. You kicked my dog.
I didn't kick my dog. No, I didn't kick my dog. I did not kick my dog. My dog does not need an operation.
No need operation.
What was I saying? He's fine now.
Okay, good.
He's honestly good. He's fine. He's just looking at me with a judging look. Don't worry, Aaron. You're gonna get a treat after this. He had a good Thanksgiving though. Anyways, what were we talking about? You know, like the Ted Wheelers of the world in Portland when they had massive like protests outside of that federal courthouse in the middle of the summer. You had basically what's it called? You had Kenosha, you had, you know, Minneapolis, you had New York, Los Angeles. Basically every city in America had some level of protest. DC, Philly, and it didn't matter to any of them whether they were going to spread COVID, and the way that it was framed by the media and how they were calling these events. But even when Biden won the presidency, according to the media, that when people were gathering outside, they weren't calling them super spreader events. It was all the characterization of it. But as soon as like you have a MAGA, you know, a million MAGA march, you have the GOP convention, you have basically any Trump rally, even if they were handed out and people, you know, say majority of the people were wearing them, still they would call them a super spreader event. It's just all of that. It really gets to you in terms of how disingenuous and dishonest a lot of people in the media are. And it just extends over to, obviously we know politicians are hypocrites, but I've never seen this level of hypocrisy so consistently on this level. And that's why I think you and I are particularly heated about it.
Right.
But anyway,
it's sickening.
Yeah. What am I missing here? What's going on?
It's like families enjoying Thanksgiving is going to kill everybody, but you know, thousands of people twerking on top of each other in the middle of fucking Chicago naked without masks and shit is totally okay. That's like more power to you. That's truth to power right there.
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
We had actually one more story that we wanted to cover, and that was relation to this National Defense Authorization Act and Congress basically calling Trump on his not on his bluff, but there are basically saying we're going to pass this NDAA and not include the repeal of Section 230, which is part of the the Federal Communications Act. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
God,
NDAA.
No, that's the National Defense Authorization Act. I'm talking about Section 230.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
the Communications Decency Act. I'm sorry, CDA. And it is basically the provision is that no provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. So it's the issues with like, the Twitter labeling of tweets and censorship. Trump really wanted Congress to, and Congress was like, we can't put that in an NDAA. But Trump is basically making the argument that this is a matter of national security because I guess everything that's happening with the election and him being censored and having his tweets labeled by Twitter is like undermining national security. It's a weird place to be in.
It really is. And I mean, it's an okay argument that he's trying to make about it and stuff, but I think there needs to be some sort of I think there needs to be a new look at Section 230 for sure, but that's not the way to do it at all. I think Section 230 needs to be looked at. I don't think we should be able to give powers to Twitter and stuff like that to be able to act like editors, but not have any of the repercussions as that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't think they need to be totally immune and have this type of protection towards them when it comes to it. Because again and again, they'll label a Trump tweet, but we don't see them labeling anything from the CCP.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The most that they label is that they say that it is a Chinese state media for like the Global Times or something like that.
Right. And that's it. Not this claim is disputed or any of these kind of things.
Right.
Like, for example, you had one of the affiliated CCP media outlets tweeting about how that there's now evidence that it was that the coronavirus started in Italy and not China.
Right.
And they don't have this claim is disputed on it or anything. Because they suck China's dick. They do. All these tech companies suck China's dick, really hard. From Google to Twitter to Microsoft, 100%.
Ernie wants to get off me again, but he's not.
So I do think we need to look at at Section 230, and we need to look at it a little bit more, because they are allowing the CCP to use their platform to spread misinformation and propaganda when they will censor a United States senator or president, but they would not do the same thing against the Chinese Communist Party. So when that happens and you see something like that happen, then the argument of it being a national security threat actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Trump, I'm better than Rudy. Hire me, Trump.
I was just going to say, if there's anyone who's been harmed by Section 230, it's Jay.
Right? Fuck.
By the way, Faye says, Siraj giving a treat to Earn after he kick drops him is like those guys who hit their wives then buy them a nice diamond necklace to make up for it. Oh man. Man, let's see. Going through some of the comments, people are saying I need to be deported.
When
getting Anchorman punting dog meme ready now.
Yes. Oh shit, that's so good.
That's so good. Dan says, I don't know what the people expected when we had 30 million plus people unemployed. Like, obviously there was going to be social unrest. This shit was so predictable. Polio says, Earn, I can take you in, sweetie. You hear that, Earn? he's getting his salt licks right now. Let's see. Danielle says, surely the feds know where he is to rescue Earn. That is
Yeah,
true.
that is true.
That is true.
That is very true.
That's very true. Let's keep going through it. I'm just waiting to see what LB is trying to say about me getting deported and what lawsuit she's drafting.
That would be funny.
Anyways,
if you did end up getting deported and I ended up staying here.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Anyways, Habibis, go ahead, hit us with your questions. We got like 10 more minutes before we hop off of here.
Right.
And before I mean, I would love to game right after this, but I got more work I gotta do.
Right, I would too. We need to get into it more often. Because that when we were doing zombies, that was a lot of fun.
That was a good time.
But you need to get your stream up and running.
I need to get my shit together. I already bought another capture card. I have to wait until Monday to get it, and I got to get a new laptop.
No, you do. You honestly do. I mean, the one I sent you is pretty good for doing what needs to be done. Mm-hmm. But if you have the room, honestly, go for a tower. I'm serious. It will cost you about the same as the laptop does, mm-hmm. but having a tower gives you a little bit more freedom to upgrade when you want to, and you can put it out of the way.
I might put in the request, given that I have bought Emily, my wife, a bunch of shit, like tech stuff. I might actually put in the request to have her get me something for Christmas.
Do it, bro. The Alienware I sent you.
The Alienware looks dope. That looks really dope.
And it has space for you to be able to upgrade it. So, like for example, that one I sent you has the more powerful graphics card than I have, mm-hmm. but not the best one or latest one. Because the latest one you would have to add another $500 on top of that price.
Yeah, I see.
That I sent you. But when you are going to want to upgrade it, you have the room to be able to do it. Like I can't upgrade this. I wouldn't be able to. I can do it maybe one more level up and upgrade it, but that's it. But this is going to last me a good minute.
Yeah.
But I would definitely do that. Get a tower.
Nabi says, where might Habibi Khan happen? That's a very good question.
Pakistan.
Inshallah.
Mecca. No. If it was going to happen anywhere, it would be the East Coast. It would happen somewhere. Maybe DC, maybe Virginia.
I feel like DC is maybe, like the best place for something like that to happen.
I think so too.
I do too. Not because I live here, but because I live here.
You're right. And honestly, I'm already thinking about what we could do. It could be like a 3-day thing, and it goes from having a bourbon drinking competition.
Oh God.
So yes, bourbon drinking competition to who can do the best kefayas, to who can make the best hookahs, and
and who make azan.
And who can what?
Who can make the best azan?
Yes.
Who can pray the best to Allah?
That would be
of course
the best.
Be there. I bring him
the adhan, like who can do the best call to prayer, and we have to go into the middle of DC and have a megaphone,
pray in front of the White House. I've seen people do it before. Robert says, do you guys honestly think any of these hypocrite politicians will actually get voted out? Not likely.
Nope. And what needs to happen is they need to be called to resign.
Most likely at the gubernatorial level. I don't know. I don't think at a mayoral level, but anything can happen. I mean, look, people turned on Rahm Emanuel in Chicago. Mm-hmm. They could very well do that to say Lori Lightfoot. You know, New Yorkers hate Bill de Blasio with a fiery passion. There's a good chance that he may actually opt to not run for re-election rather than get voted out. But anything can happen. I hope he does run. I mean, seriously, if you get somebody in there that's a very moderate person and stuff, mm-hmm. you can get somebody in there. Absolutely. Yeah, really good. Happy Listaversary. Thank you. Thanks for a lot of the fun, which was much needed over the past year. glad that we can.
Oh, and I'm supposed to sing "Happy Birthday" in a very
sexy way.
Marilyn Monroe way.
Yeah, there you go. Hold on, let me get it right.
I want to check.
There's the happy birthday to who?
Sana helwa yagami. Sana helwa yagami. Sana helwa yagami. Sana helwa yagami. Oh, you couldn't see me pinch my own nipple, but
let's see it.
There
we go.
That was happy birthday to the list in Arabic.
Oh, thank you, Habibi. Thank you. The list appreciates it.
Happy birthday.
Oh man, let's see what else we got.
Sorry, she was saying hand gestures and stuff, but
hand gestures. This is the list hand gesture.
So much culture.
Did you see that? Did you see the tweet from the Red Scare girls, from the Red Scare podcast, the ISIS T-shirts that they had, but they were like, they changed like the Arabic lettering to like 2 women, and then like a bunch of the lettering was like dildos and dicks and shit.
No, I did not see that.
Oh, that was a trip. Let me find it. That was definitely a trip. Let's find it here. Yeah, I think they got ratioed pretty hard, but also it was because I took exception to it because these people are obviously making use out of our culture and monetizing off of it. Where is it? Here we go. Look at that. That's 1. And that's 2.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, that I saw that.
Yeah. That's pretty wild, isn't that?
No, that is very, very wild.
So maybe it's more so that I'm just mad that we didn't do it ourselves.
No, but we did. I mean, we have the other one, the list cometh flag.
Mm-hmm.
We have that. We can start. I'm gonna start making that into shirts as well.
Inshallah.
Because I think it's really. Don't you have it? It's the second artwork that we did. Behind us in the cafeteria, it has the list cometh flag to look like the ISIS flag.
Oh.
And it says the list cometh. Do you not remember it?
I don't know right off the top of my head. I'm trying to envision it and also read other comments. Polly says, Siraj, if I send you a new mic, will you please send Ern to me? I have a Chihuahua, so he'd have a brother. I'd have to ask my wife first, who will probably leave me if I ever make that suggestion. But I also thought I did
Siraj. That's how it is. Ern Siraj in your wife's heart. Yeah. Ern Siraj. This is where it is.
Yep. Anyways, Ern, you want to get down, bud? All right, there you go. Notice my feet are not near him. Go ahead, go lay down, bud. What do you want to do? He's giving me the look, like you know what you did. So, anyways, Habibis. Any last questions that we?
He just punted Ern again. It's coming. I'm pretty sure Prison Mitch already made the meme.
I'm sure it's already there. Let's see if it's there. I don't think it's there yet. We'll find out. I didn't see the list meme you made last night, Dan, but send it to me again on Discord. By the way, Habibi's joined the Discord server if you haven't already. It's a good time out there. And
it really, really is.
Yeah, it's kind of. Oh, Prismus just finished it, so we're about to see it very shortly.
He also did the Modoc. It's so good.
Where is it?
Mm.
All right. Oh, thank you for the super sticker, Robert. Appreciate it. I'm waiting to see this damn meme that he did. Oh, he DM'd it. Let's go find it. Holy shit. Can you see it?
That's too good.
Oh
my god, that's too good. That's perfect. That is so perfect.
It's amazing.
Oh shit, that's too good.
That's a damn yeah. Steve said it best. That's a t-shirt. Yep.
That
That's
is
good.
a t-shirt.
Whoa, Los, way to come in really late. Amazing.
Very late.
Blessed are the meme makers. That is so true, Gretchen. But yeah, that's great shit. I am. And look, you can see in the second frame, you can see me my tiny face over the railing.
It's so good. No, the attention to detail is just way too good.
Oh man,
that is perfect. That is very perfect.
Well,
so do you want to do?
I think we'll end it on that, unless there's anything else you have.
Oh no, that's it.
Yeah, we didn't. I'm glad. Like we're like winding down. We don't have nearly as many stories as to cover as we used to. Mm-hmm. But that shit is great. I can't wait to see that on Twitter. It's just going to be so good. Anyways, Habibis, don't forget to join on Friday. I'm going to be on Twitch, unveiling the list of fame, while we also, work on the list for this week, and the rankings. So should be a good time. Be sure to follow Jay on his Twitch. You can see it below on the ticker. And if you liked what you saw, obviously leave us a tip. We appreciate it. Of course, you guys have been very generous over the holidays, and I don't, if you rather save up for a Christmas present, I would prefer you do that. So, yeah, it's tough. I mean, like the thing is, like, I think people are feeling the pinch more and more during the holidays now than over the course of the year. I mean, this is how badly we need a goddamn stimulus package from Congress. They need to get off their fucking asses. So,
pieces of shit.
Yeah, I'm not a socialist, but I'm a realist. I understand that a lot of people are still hurting out there, and anything that the government can do right now to help would be greatly appreciated by most Americans. So, anyways, Habibis, I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Mujahed Kobbe.
And this has been Habibi Power Hour. And Habibis, we'll see next week. We only got, 3 or 4 more shows, maybe 4 more shows before the end of the year?
Yeah, 4 more shows. And next week we're going to be having, well, we can either tease it now or we can tease it later.
Tease it when?
So, who are we having for next week?
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Where is... Dan, where did you send that meme? Did you send it to the Discord? You probably sent it to Discord.
You sloot.
And called me a goddamn sloot. A sloot of all things. Oh yeah, he sent it to Oh wow. All right, hold on. Let me just give me 1 second. This is his meme. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of the banner. What's the worst that can happen? It's just a tweet in the list.
That's perfect. That's too good. That's
very good, Dan. That's very good.
A good
We're gonna
meme.
Use that.
For sure. That is
use
fantastic.
That pretty soon. That's good shit. I love that.
God, the Habibis are great. We got to make a Habibi Con for sure.
Habibi Con's got to happen. Where's the MODOK meme?
It's in the DMs on Twitter.
Oh shit!
I tweeted it out as well.
Hold on, let's go pull that up real quick. Look at that.
That's too good. That's way too good.
Oh,
fuck, that's way too good.
It's amazing. It's so good.
That is hilarious.
Amazing. Any other ones that we missed? No, I think we're caught up. That's we are well on our way to memedom. So Habibis, thanks again so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys next week. I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Mujahed Kobbe.
Peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Deuces.